Now, this is the stuff that most jury selection seminars are made of. What jurors think, called bias, sympathies, and prejudices. We're all different. We all have our own biases. To us, they're not a bias, they're common sense. Now, there are three that deserve to be mentioned explicitly. Two of them are highly redundant, and I can do this in 5 minutes. The main one is on page 9, personal responsibility. And anybody that doesn't think that as a plaintiff's lawyer you have to muster up and embrace personal responsibility is a loser, and you're not going to win many cases, and if you win them, it's going to be less than it could be. You must accept the fact that jurors begin with the notion that everybody who walks through that door has to come with clean hands, and that begins with accepting personal responsibility. And the mere fact that a lawsuit's been filed is tacit indication that you're blaming somebody else. That is not a good thing. Secondly, I have this personal thing, and I've called it a personal thing. I actually impose a higher burden on my client to accept personal responsibility than I do the defendant. And the reason why is because I think jurors do that. And the reason why I think they do it is because I think it's easier for jurors to identify with somebody who's being sued than somebody who's been hurt. In other words, on a forced choice, it's easier for them to see themselves in the future being sued than being hurt. From that, I work backwards to the conclusion that jurors will begin and find it easier to identify with somebody who's been sued. And from that, I impose upon myself a higher standard of personal responsibility for me as a lawyer, a human being, and my client. Now, are those in any book? No. But that's my view my Gestalt view of the world, and I think it's accurate. I've given you the reasons why. You're free to disagree with it.